Time to take another soul.
Welcome back, everybody. Year after year, Home Depot has become our go-to source for Halloween haunting merchandise. I'm excited to say that today, Tom and I were able to attend a media press event where we got to preview the 2023 offerings. They are planning to start selling all of this merchandise on their website Thursday the 13th. And then you can see them in the stores starting Labor Day weekend. But we have an exclusive preview to take a look at today of the main offerings. A lot of new things this year that I can't wait to show you. Now, we are going to split this up into a couple of videos so we can showcase each theme one by one. Those themes include Graven Bones, which is returning this year, Halloween Classics, brand new exciting offering this year, Disney, but the main theme and the theme of this video is going to be Deadwater.
In the dark, swampy waters of the Louisiana Bayou, predators lurk in the shallows, hunting for prey.
When I reach out for you.
Don't be fooled by its charms. Just under the surface, just beyond the night, it's waiting for you. Once you're hooked, you'll never leave. Don't enter the marsh. Don't turn your back. Don't fall asleep. This is Deadwater.
All right, so this looks pretty exciting. It's kind of like a scary bayou theme. It's actually perfect for my house with my ponds that are featured in my Halloween displays. I'm a little unsure how we're going to incorporate that into the average everyday theme, but let's go ahead and take a look at the individual products and see if we can get some inspiration. We do have 5 animatronics to explore. We're going to do them in size order, starting with the smallest to the largest. And the first one we're going to take a look at now is the animated Possessed Penny.
Meet Mr. Teddy. Mr. Teddy just loves head pats.
There's more to the 4.5 feet animated possessed Penny than meets the eye. Dressed in her best and holding her precious Mr. Teddy, this gregarious little girl is eager to make some new friends, and she'll do anything to keep them. One wrong step, and Penny's bright LED-lit eyes suddenly begin to change. Her moving arms rip Mr. Teddy's head from his shoulders as her voice shifts and drops, a dormant demonic spirit taking over.
I don't want to share my toys. If I can't have Teddy to myself.
No one can.
If fun is what Possessed Penny wants, then fun is what Possessed Penny gets. Happy Halloween, and thanks for shopping at the Home Depot.
All right, Spirit Halloween needs to watch their back because they have been sort of the leader in the possessed dolls or creepy doll aesthetic for a few years now, but it's nice to see we've got some competition coming along with Home Depot, and where Home Depot is really going to excel is the price point of this. This is an $89.90, what is it, $89.98 for this animatronic, and you get a lot of movement for that. Home Depot is adding a lot of innovation into their products this year. If you notice, like for instance, the eyes, they were blue and then they blink and open red with that sort of demon-y look and voice, and then they've got the arm movements that rip the bear head off. I would have liked to see the mouth move a little bit on this, but again, for this price point, you kind of pick and choose your battles. We are going to get to some higher priced items with a lot more animatronic movements. They're using a lot more servo motors, I believe they said, and that is going to give you a lot more range in the facial features and whatnot, and I can't wait to show you that. But as for Possessed Penny, I don't have much to complain about her. I think she's got a very creepy look. I'd like to see a little bit more blood because I like that sort of creepy look. Like if he ripped off that bear's head and it was somehow bloody, I think that would have been awesome. But, that's my aesthetic. If you're just going for that creepy doll sort of thing, this works absolutely perfectly. Speaking of creepy dolls, the next one we're going to look at is called the 5.5 foot animated Sitter of Souls. It's a little bit more creepy, a little bit more my style. Let's go ahead and take a look.
You like my dolly? You can hold her if you want. But don't upset her.
One wrong move around the Sitter of the Souls, and you'll wish you were already dead. Standing 5.5 feet tall and outfitted in a tattered, stained farm dress, this ghoulish girl looks more Last House on the Left than Little House on the Prairie. A burlap bag sewn around her head hides the horror beneath, leaving only 2 blood-red LED-lit eyes, a bottomless black mouth. She cradles a weathered homemade rag doll in her arms. Step up to this bad blood babysitter, and she rocks her dolly from side to side, turning her head to greet you.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, you will fall down.
Oh, you'll fall down all right. 6 feet down. Happy Halloween, and thanks for shopping at the Home Depot.
All right, so here you get a slightly taller animatronic. It's at least a foot taller than the last doll. It's got a couple of different pros and cons to it. Of course, the whole doll theme isn't really my aesthetic, so I'm probably not the best person to judge these things. Don't really love this prop, but it does have some interesting things going for it. Of course, you've got that creepy burlap sack that could go with, say, a backwoods hoedown, sort of maybe a Texas Chainsaw Massacre theme. And she has that little baby doll. It could go in a doll theme. So it's got a lot of different possibilities going on with it. It is only $99, so very affordable, whatever display that you want to put it in. But if we are trying to really explore this Deadwater theme, I think the next guy is going to be right up that alley, and this is a 6.5 foot Swamp Fisherman.
It's a perfect night for fishing.
Pull up a chair and prepare to get hooked. Because no one spins a fishtail quite like the 6.5 foot animated Swamp Fisherman. This all but dead angler doesn't look the least bit seaworthy sitting there in his old rocking chair, dressed in dirty ripped jeans, an old tattered flannel, and a fisherman's cap and vest.
You best be careful and take your leave now.
His sunken eyes burn red with energy-efficient LED light, illuminating his gray, rotten skin and long, silvered hair. And it doesn't take long to see that the catch on his line is a little less than fresh. Rotten to the bone, his piranha's eyes glow a ghostly green. Its sharp teeth and moving mouth nipping at the line. This frightening fisherman rocks back and forth as he begins to speak. He has quite the story to tell, and if you're not careful, it just might be the last one you hear.
Hey, get away from my catch. This is mine, you varmint.
Now that's a tale with bite. Happy Halloween, and thanks for shopping at the Home Depot.
This is clearly a remake of the Rocking Chair Witch. I actually bought that animated prop several years ago. I know they've remade it a couple of times since, always changing the look just a little bit. And this time, obviously, it is quite a bit different with the creepy old man fishing at his favorite fishing pole with that little skeleton piranha that with the mouth that moves. I actually love that effect. I thought it was hilarious. And the look of this guy's face is amazing. All those sort of wrinkles and the eyes that actually light up LEDs with the actual eye effect inside of them. Much, much better than the Sitter of Souls we just looked at with just the red light eyes. I can't stand that. I love where they are going with these eyes these days, especially when they blink and they look around. I think that is just amazing. So love this prop. It's only $149. I can't go wrong with it. But let's see, speaking of witches, the next one is a 7 foot tall animated lethal lily witch. So let's see what that's all about.
Mortal, maybe, but not for long. The 7-foot animated lethal Lily the Witch has got your scent, and she intends to keep it, mingling with the rotten stench of river monsters and beastly bog breathers. Standing 7 feet tall, this wicked witch of the water is an imposing presence, practically dripping with the dregs of whatever cursed lagoon she slithered out of. Her staff, fashioned from waterlogged wood, glows green with bright energy-efficient LED light, illuminating the crags and wrinkles of her decrepit, age-ravaged face. Her silver strands are capped by a big, bewitched hat covered in green tatters. A dusty brown shroud and swamp-stained long skirt are held up by a braided belt. And a powerful polywog joins this marshland magician, covered in rich detail and green LED light. Watch this witch wiggle, and servo motors and lethal Lily's head speak life into this soggy sorceress as she blinks her eager eyes, attempting to entice you with her realistic, moving mouth.
Oh, you want to leave? Ha! It's well known that those who enter my lair never leave.
And your pain will last forever. Happy Halloween, and thanks for shopping at the Home Depot.
So this is what I was talking about with those servo motors that really bring these props to life. Did you see the way that face just kind of looked all around? The eyes are moving, the mouth is moving, the head is moving. It really looks pretty lifelike. I mean, obviously, it is a Halloween prop. You're not going with 100% realism, but it is getting pretty close. It's a bit of a higher price point at $249, but it looks so high-end, especially when you saw that sort of staff with the glow inside of it. That just looked amazing. Of course, you had that sort of a polywog, looked like a frog to me. I don't know what the difference is, but I thought that was super cute as well. I am a little concerned that we're starting to edge a little bit on the cutesy side for the Home Depot products, and I'm hoping our next item to take a look at is going to turn that around. So that item is the animated Predator of the Night. Let's take a look.
Something wicked this way comes. Rising from the deepest layers of the spirit world, the 9-foot animated Predator of the Night returns to the land of the living, hell-bent on stealing the soul from your body and the breath from your very lungs. Standing a towering 9 feet tall and with wings stretching 12.5 feet wide, this satanic spawn is a sight to behold, if you should be so unfortunate. Get this demon to dance with death, and its head swings back and forth. Its LED-lit eyes glow bright red, and large ears and pointed teeth shape its skull, as roars and shrieks bellow from its moving mouth. Its posable arms move and hold their position, and more energy-efficient LEDs illuminate its massive, wondrous wings, drawing attention to their scarring and scaly detail. While enormous feet and hands pack a pernicious punch, it is no question the 9-foot Predator of the Night is a vision fit only for the damnedest of the damned, and all others should take heed. Happy Halloween, and thanks for shopping at the Home Depot.
Where was this prop last year when I did a vampire theme? This would have been the perfect entrance to my Halloween haunt. Oh my gosh, I know this isn't a vampire, it's a demon, but come on, with those big giant wings, it could easily pass for a vampire creature. Oh my gosh, I'm a year too early as usual. But I think this is an amazing prop. It is a bit more pricey. Now, this is the $349 price point. So as you can see, we've got lots of tiers. Depending on whatever level you're looking at, there's something for you. This one's got a lot more to offer. Again, the height being a primary draw. It's 9 feet tall, 12.5 feet wide. Those wings were a bit of a concern. In the media event, someone did bring up a question asking, is this going to blow over? It looks like a lot of the construction of this prop is based on that 12-foot skeleton. It's got that big heavy-duty base, so I'm sure it's got a lot of tethering that we're going to do to keep it stable. But one innovation that Home Depot is offering on this prop is a Velcro in those wings that when the wind is sort of whipping against the wing itself, it will sort of pop open the Velcro so the wind can pass through. And then when it dies down, that Velcro is going to fall back and lock itself into place. So it's always going to look good. So it does seem like Home Depot is looking out for their customers, trying to make the best products possible. In fact, I did ask a question myself in the presentation. I wanted to know about the movement of props. So I like the props to be more like background atmosphere. I don't necessarily have them a showpiece, so I don't want the sound effects for sure. I never like the sound. And then if I don't have the sound going, if it's all turned off and you still have the mouth moving, it just looks a little silly. So more often than not, I just have it turned off just as a background piece. I would really love it if it was able to have a mode where it could just move by itself, but not actually talk or make sound. And they said that that is something that they've gotten some feedback on, and it might be something that they're working toward in the future. So I can't wait to see what those future offerings are, because they do keep getting better and better every year. But that's going to do it for this video. You want to stay tuned as well to watch the rest of the videos. As I said, there are a few categories that we're going to explore. In the following videos, we have the Graven Bones section, of course, which everybody loves, including that 12-foot tall skeleton, the Halloween classics, and of course, Disney. So again, stay tuned for that. And until then, thanks for watching and happy haunting.
In the dark, swampy waters of the Louisiana Bayou, predators lurk in the shallows, hunting for prey.
When I reach out for you.
Don't be fooled by its charms. Just under the surface, just beyond the night, it's waiting for you. Once you're hooked, you'll never leave. Don't enter the marsh. Don't turn your back. Don't fall asleep. This is Deadwater.